Today I want to do a walkthrough through the scriptures in Revelation chapter 13 to try to give an explanation for some of the confusion that some people have on the beast from the sea on 13. But first, before we do that, if you get your Bibles and turn to chapter 17, we're going to first look at the interpretation when we do this. Here's the interpretation of some of the components that make up the beast from the sea in chapter 13. So chapter 17, verse 9, and here is mine which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains. Okay, well, this is important to remember. So 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. The woman, I'll try to just to speed this part up. The woman is a harlot spoken about in Revelation, and a harlot is an antichrist church or an antichrist group. Okay, this is a harlot's been spoken in the Bible as being a group or a church that is an antichrist or anti-godly church. Okay, so that the woman is the harlot, so we know that. And there are 7 kings, 5 have fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. Okay, so that's very important. Remembering the 10 horns are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So in the time that John wrote this, they have not received power as kings yet. Okay, now turning to chapter 13 in Revelation, now that we've seen a lot of the interpretation given to us. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now we can know those 7 heads are 7 mountains, and those 10 horns are the 10 kings. And upon his horns 10 crowns. See, this is suiting that he has 10 crowns because it's 10 kings. So the horns and the crowns have the same amount of number, not coincidentally, because those horns are kings, and each one having a crown. And upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. If we read Daniel, we see that empires, beast kingdoms are, he explains them through different types of beasts, the natures that they have. And his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power. I believe the dragon, speaking of Satan. And his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. Now, in this part here, a lot of people think that this is an individual that's going to be killed with a deadly head wound and come back to life. This, to me, speaks to me very loudly that this is a revived empire, instead of just an individual person. This speaks to me as more of a revived empire. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? Now, when I read this part, I think that so many people feel that they're not safe. They're not safe against war with other empires or nations, that they think finally they have a nation they're following after that is so powerful that they don't have to fear all the other nations. So they're marveling after this beast, and they're thinking this is great. We have safety now, and I think that's what this section here is speaking to us about. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. So this is 3.5 years. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. And this is Jesus Christ, this part. So the people that are following this beast and this empire and these leaders and these kings, these are not Christians that are following. The ones that are the true Christians, they're not following this empire. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, so to worship this first empire, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doth great wonders, so that he makes fire come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of men, and deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, or I'm seeing this as an image to the empire, which has the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him count and have understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. When you read this, I encourage you to read this on your own, without my little commentary in between the verses. So if you read from chapter 13, although just read the whole chapter here, explaining what this beast is, the difference between the beast and the horns, because you'll read here in the Bible that there's going to be a little horn that rises up, and this horn, he speaks great blasphemies. And this, I believe, is the Antichrist, false prophet. And this, to me, it says that this will be an individual, but this whole empire group, this beast, to me, this is different than the beast and the Antichrist and false prophet. So the reason I made this video is to try to help clear up some of the confusion. I remember the first time I read Revelation 13, it was confusing. I had no idea. I knew it was symbolic, but I didn't know what each one of these things meant, like the heads and the horns and that. So hopefully this will clear it up a little bit and make some clarity out of the beast that seems so complicated. Thank you for watching this video, and God bless you.